Hello everyone, it's me Arvind catching you on another Math Tutor Edu's lecture video. Okay, in this lecture video, I'm going to talk about some of the examples that you can find in the functions subtopic. Okay, but before that, let me just quickly give you a recap of what we have done in the previous lecture video. Okay, in the previous lecture video, we have actually discussed type of relations, okay, which is one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one and many-to-many relations. Okay, and these are the some of the notes that I've highlighted over here, where actually you can see here one-to-one and many-to-one are the only relations that are considered as a functions, whereas one-to-many and many-to-many, they are not considered as a functions. Okay, and these are the some of the examples, okay, where you can relate to one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one and many-to-many using the arrow diagram method, okay, which is easier for me to explain and be easier to be presented by visual. Okay, so this is the short recap that I wanted to tell you before we start our actual lecture today. Okay, so let us quickly jump to the examples. Okay, some of the examples that you may face in the functions chapter. Okay, so let me just delete this. Okay, any leftover over here? Okay, please check for me any leftover. Okay, that technically there's no leftover, so we can just proceed with our lecture for today. Okay guys, so it's a wonderful weekend. It's quite busy for me since I have to go through some of the work, you know, but still have to work for our passion, which is none other than mathematics. Okay, so I got 3 examples for me to discuss over here. So let me just write the questions one by one. Okay, so from here, example 1. Okay, so given the function f colon x, okay, f colon x arrow 2x square plus 3x, okay, comma, find the objects that have the image 2, okay, that have the image 2. Okay, so this is how your functions example may look like, guys. Okay, for your understanding purpose. Okay, so I'm going to explain from here itself. Okay, so the first step on what you need to do is, okay, when you read this type of question, okay, you take a look at the function over here. It mentioned that f colon x arrow 2x square plus 3x. Okay, I just want to tell you over here, the function, it can be denoted, you can write your function in this way. You can also write your function in this way as well. F bracket x is equals to 2x square plus 3x. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, it means that if in the question it mentioned in f colon x, you can convert in this form to the bracket form over here. There's no wrong over here, guys. Okay, they are just the same. Okay, so from here, the question asks to find the objects that have the image 2. Okay, so you need to find object over here, and the question already gives us the image 2. Okay, in this function, what is the image? Which actually representing image? Is it the x or the fx? Okay, let me teach you from here. So given fx is equals to 2, okay, fx is the image, okay, and they already gave us is 2. Okay, we are required to find the x, which in this case is the object. But in this case, they're emphasizing not object but objects. That means you can expect to have more than one answer. Okay, so x is your object, fx is your image. Okay, I repeat again, x is your object, fx is your image. Okay, very good. So from here, let us continue. So from here, we require to find the value of x. So from here, okay, fx is equals to 2. So from here, your fx as a whole sum is equal to 2x squared plus 3x, which is over here. So these two equations, you equate them together. Okay, still don't understand? Don't worry guys, I'll teach you step by step. Okay, so from here, fx is equals to 2x squared plus 3x. And they also mentioned in the question that where fx is equals to 2. This is your image. Okay, these two, you can equate them together, where 2x squared plus 3x is equals to 2. Okay, so from here, this 2, from the right hand side, you move it to the left hand side. 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 is equals to 0. Okay guys, please wait for a moment. Let me take out the calculator. So from here, let us key in our calculator now. So let us set as equation number 5. Okay, so ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So let's click number 3. So your a in this case is 2. Okay, your b is 3 and your c is equals to negative 2. Okay, so you calculate. Okay, you get your x1 is equals to 1 over 2 and x2 is equals to negative 2. Okay, that means that, okay, so 2x minus 1, okay, and then you factor this out, you get x plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, so from here, you get your x is equals to 1 over 2 and x is equals to negative 2. Okay, so from here, when your object is 1 over 2 or object is equal to negative 2, you get your image, which in this case your fx is equals to 2. So here, for your fx should be equals to 2, you must have your object x equals to 1 over 2 and x equals to negative 2. Okay, so this is the explanation behind this. Okay, so from here, let us proceed to the next set of discussion of the function calculation, guys. Okay, so from here, so let us go for example 2. Okay, given the function gx is equals to 4x plus 7, okay, and then you divide with x minus 2, okay, comma, and then they give the condition that your x cannot be equals to 2. Okay, find the object that are mapped onto themselves. Okay, so this is your example 2. Okay, let me just underline this. Okay, let me read it the question one more time. So given the function gx equals to 4x plus 7 divided with x minus 2, provided the condition that your x cannot be equals to 2, find the object that are mapped onto themselves. Okay, so have you ever wondered why they gave you this condition? Okay, let's say if your x is equals to 2, So 2 minus 2 you have is 0. When your denominator is 0, anything you divide with 0 is undefined. Okay, it will be maths error, so it is impossible to have a solution. Okay, so that is why they gave the condition such that your x cannot be equals to 2. Okay, that is the simple explanation, guys, for you. Okay, so if you come across with this type of question, how are you going to approach? Okay, let me teach you this. Okay, first step, check. Okay, in the first example, you see your function is in the arrow format, f colon x, and then they have an arrow here. Okay, as you see over here, it's in the bracket form. Okay, so there are two type of notation over here. Okay, so mostly I prefer in this way, guys. This way easier. Okay, rather than using a colon, arrow, all that, you know. So what you do, you copy this in your working. Okay, so gx equals to 4x plus 7. Okay, and then you divide with x minus 2. Okay, all right. Okay, objects that are mapped onto themselves. What is this mean? This means that your object and your image is the same. Okay, they are exactly the same. Okay, map onto themselves means your gx is literally equals to x. Your object, your image is the same. Your input and your output is the same. Let's say for your example, you put your object 1. You get back your image also 1. You put your object 2. You get back the image also 2. Okay, you input 3. You get back output 3. Okay, that is the example and the explanation behind objects that are mapped onto themselves. Okay, so this is the equation behind this. Gx is equals to x, map onto themselves. Okay, so since you have gx equals to 4x plus 7, divide with x minus 2, so you can relate this fraction over here. So from here, 4x plus with 7, okay, and then you divide with x minus 2 is equals to x. Okay, since they are both gx, so you can equate them together. Okay, so for the next step, so x minus 2 you can times with x. Okay, so from here 4x plus 7 is equals to x in a bracket x minus 2. Okay, so the x you expand in, so from here you get 4x plus 7 is equals to x square minus 2x. Okay, so we're getting a quadratic equation. So the 4x plus 7, from the left hand side you move it to the right hand side. So from here you get x square minus 2x minus 4x plus 7 is equals to 0. So negative 2x minus 4x you get is negative 6x. So let me adjust this quadratic equation. So x square minus 6x minus 7 is equals to 0. Of course, if you are smart enough to see, I'm not going to say smart lah. Once you are have enough practice, by default you should know. Okay, 2x, negative 2x, and then you minus with 4x, so you can immediately jump the working. But then if you don't know, okay, better do an extra step of working. There's no wrong in it, guys. Okay, so but then I'll advise you to do more practice in order for you to save time in your examination. Okay, so x square minus 6x minus 7. So let us perform the factorization. Okay, use our calculator for your to make you easy. Okay, so in this case 1, okay, and then coefficient b negative 6, okay, coefficient c is negative 7. Okay, calculate. So you get x1 is equals to 7 and x2 is equals to negative 1. So from here x minus 7, okay, and then in the bracket x plus 1 is equals to 0. So your final answer will be x equals to 7 and x equals to negative 1. Okay, this means that when your x is equals to 7, your gx also equals to 7. When your x equals to negative 1, your gx also equals to negative 1. So this is the explanation behind this, guys. Okay, so we have covered 2 examples. Okay, let us cover the final example. Okay, example 3, and then we can end our lecture video for today. So our lecture video for today is just basically some of the examples that you may encounter in the functions. Okay, what are the type of questions, how you're going to face it. Okay, so example 3. Okay, so given the function so h colon x, okay, and then an arrow, x minus 6 okay, let me underline the fraction, x square minus 4. Okay, state the values of x such that the function function is undefined. Okay, so this is the example 3. So given the function h colon x equal arrow x minus 6 over x square minus 4, state the value of x such that the function is undefined. Okay, what is mean undefined? Okay, undefined, like I mentioned in the discussion, that your denominator will be 0. Okay, when your denominator will be 0, you cannot have a solution. Technically, it will be maths error, and that is the reason why it is undefined. Okay, so for the function to be undefined, okay, so let me copy down this function into the working here. Okay, so as you can see, I immediately convert this colon form into the bracket form. Okay, for our convenience, guys. Okay, there's no wrong in it. It is just the same basically. So x minus 6, okay, over x square minus 4. Okay, so for the function to be undefined, so you set the denominator such that is equals to 0. So from here, x square minus 4 will be equals to 0. Okay, you can approach this equation in 2 methods. One, you can do this x square is equals to, okay, this negative 4, you move it over to the right hand side. Okay, so x square, oops, sorry guys, x square is equals to 4. Okay, and then you square root this. So from here, get x equals to plus minus 2. You can do this, or x square minus 4 equals to 0. You can factor this. So it is x minus 2, x plus 2 equals to 0. So you calculate this, you should get your x equals to 2 and x equals to negative 2. Whichever way, it is up to you guys. Okay, you can use this, you can use this also can. Okay, but at the end, your answer must be correct. Okay, in this case, your answer will be 2 and negative 2. Okay, if you have these two values, your function automatically will be undefined. Okay, that is the explanation behind this. Okay, so that is all. Okay, and we have come to the end of our lecture video for today. Okay, I hope you have understand the lecture video that I've shown to you. Okay, and the examples and together with the step-by-step working. Okay, so any comments or feedback, please feel free to put down in the comment section, guys. Okay, if you like this video, make sure that you give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming AdMaths lecture videos in the future. And make sure that, guys, you share this video to your friends. Okay, so thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.